Happy Pride Month, Wikimaniacs. Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Get therapy.
What is up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome to another Monday Reddit Readings episode. I'm your host today, the Pundit Pinoy John, and joined with me, as usual, are my boys, Josh and Sean. What's up, brothers?
Hello.
How's it going?
Ooh, the synergy between you two saying, how's it going?
We're on one.
Yeah, we were just randomly talking peak behind the scenes. We're talking about hiking and about Sean's about to die pretty soon, guys.
Yeah, enjoy me while you can. I probably got 2 more months and I might be
Yeah.
eaten by a bear, I think.
Yeah, Sean's doing a 2,000-foot height. Was that
2,000 foot elevation. I think the total hike is 14 miles.
Yeah.
Jesus?
If you sign up in our $50 OnlyFans, you're going to see Sean's butt becoming so round and
I might
luscious.
just live stream on. We'll
I was
open a
gonna
tier
say.
for me to live stream my death.
Bitch, you ain't going to have fucking signal there.
Oh, really? That's
No,
even
you should
more
do
terrifying.
it. We'll figure it out. Live
I'll
stream it.
record it and then somebody will put it up after my death.
Okay.
There
It's
you go.
humorous.
Yeah.
$1,000 tier. It's my death won't be cheap.
I completely random because he said you're going to that in like a couple months.
Yeah.
We do have to talk about this, guys, because we're in about 2 months. We're going to be celebrating our 4-year anniversary.
Oh God.
Isn't that crazy?
$15 tier is coming, brothers and sisters.
What is the
Well,
$15 tier gonna entail?
we'll
talked
talk
about
about
this.
that.
We've
We'll-
talked
we
about
talked about
this.
this. There were screenshots and everything, but you know, we're gonna give Wikimaniacs like, you know, let us know what you want to see from us, like to celebrate. So we're giving you a heads up now. Comment down below, let us know. But before we get started today, if you like what we do, consider being a patron or YouTube member. You can unlock bonus stories, bonus episode, live streams, ad-free, early access, so much more. And of course, links are going to be in the show notes. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Or if you follow us on social media or, you know, podcast platforms, make sure to follow us. So that way you don't miss any new episodes because we do come out with a lot of content, people.
Wow, what a call to action.
Yeah. But
What a
before,
professional.
oh, thank you. Before we get started, boys, anything you'd like to add before that?
Shop the Gaycation merch right now. I'm pretty confident by now it's out.
This will be out on the 9th. I'm pretty sure you'll have it up by then.
No,
right?
it'll be up because Sean's now got to pay for brand new hiking shoes.
Yes. I got hiking shoes from the one time I hiked for maybe 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
2 hours to 12 hours is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. You
I
gotta
will
hit the
die.
Stairmaster.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we hit Stairmaster. I was 7 minutes at 5. The level 5. That's pretty good, right?
Okay.
That's not
You
bad.
said,
2000.
you said 12 hours, right? That's what you
Yeah,
said?
I did 7 minutes and it was okay.
And you got to do 12 hours now?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
small baby
well,
steps.
You, you got
We will
time?
be taking applications for a brand new co-host.
That's what the 4-year anniversary will be, is our revealing our new
Yeah.
co-host.
That's why we're announcing it ahead of time. Send those applications in.
Yeah, please. We have, to
be-
do like
You have to be handsome and Filipino. And
Oh, thank you so much.
yeah.
And you have to, this sounds crazy, you have to have a micro penis. It just the energy that it
That's a
brings people is, we will be requesting photos.
The interview
Unfortunately,
is a
it's
bit
weird
crazy,
part. It's a
but-
weird part of the process.
yeah, the panel it is part of that panel interview that we're gonna be.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be me and Sean and Josh heading that shit out. So like we're
No,
gonna
Sean
have to
won't be
take a
there.
look.
I,
Oh, that's
I
right.
may be passed by then.
AI Sean will be there.
Oh God, don't do
That
that.
is my literal nightmare. I'd rather you have anybody else.
Oh, it's just programmed to say it's not small enough.
What do you mean?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Can't get any smaller than this. All right, so we are going to get started with the episode today. So first story of the day is cross-posted by Hop Into It, Josh's goat. The title for this one is Coworker Borrowed My Dress, Won't Return It, and Keeps Dodging Me.
Oh,
I just simply wouldn't give my clothes to anybody personally.
Yeah. Well,
Unless I expected not to see it back. You know what I mean?
yeah. Sienna's constantly lending out and borrowing dresses from friends and like her sister.
That's
So-
nice.
I can't fit any of my friend shit because I'm too damn wide. If they borrow my clothes, it's like it's a damn dress.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'd do it to like with coworkers though. I feel that's a line where it's
You
just
wouldn't
like,
give me the shirt off your back, Josh?
well, I mean, you're also friends, so a little different.
Look how far we've come in 4 years, guys.
Mm.
We had to fucking beg this man to say he loved us.
I've seen like this trend where like people were, calling their friends and say like, "Hey man, I just want to say goodnight. Like I love you."
Yeah, I low-key want to do that.
If it's us, it would be like, "Hey bro, I fucking love you, bro. Good night."
You should have told me. You should have just done it, recorded it, seen what
Oh.
happened.
Have you
Damn.
not seen that trend?
I have not. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, forget-
We'll wait in 6 months and then we'll do
Yeah,
it
we'll
again.
wait 6 months and you forget all about it.
Who's this American number calling me?
Hangs up.
Block.
All right, story goes as this. Hi Reddit, I'd love your takes on this. A few weeks ago, my coworker, 29 female, went on a trip and I let her borrow a beautiful dress. I know the risks on lending clothes and I was totally fine with it. That's not the issue here. She came back, said thanks, even brought me a small gift from her trip. I assumed she'd return the dress the next day, but she didn't.
Mm.
A week later, I texted, "Hey girl, I'm separating clothes for the dry cleaner and wanted to include the dress I lent you. Just bring it to work and I'll throw it in the bag. My daughter's in love with my bracelet, LOL." And she ignored it. A few days later, I messaged her about something unrelated and she replied. So clearly, I wasn't blocked or anything. 3 weeks passed and I followed up on Teams. "Hey girl, I keep forgetting to ask, can you bring the dress tomorrow? I need to lend it to a friend for a photo shoot." Ignored again. Finally, I sent a last follow-up. "Hey girl, good morning. I think you saw my message, but you were busy. Listen, if anything happened to the dress, please don't stress. I won't be mad. I just don't want to be ignored. I was planning to lend it to someone and need to know if I should figure out a plan B. Whatever happened, forgot it, stained, dog ate it, just let me know. We're good regardless." Still, nothing.
That's crazy.
I could have seen that one coming. At this point, I don't think you need to talk to them in person.
Yeah.
This morning, she came to my desk all cheerful and said, "I have great news." I said, "Are you finally going to tell me what happened with my dress? I'm actually betting on it with people at this point, LOL." She completely deflected and started talking about some work stuff that had nothing to do with me. I even said, "I'd like to know about that other thing." And she just kept rambling about unrelated things.
This is
What the
insane at this
fuck?
point. That's crazy.
Did she kill someone in your dress? That's
No acknowledgement at all. At this point, I'm honestly baffled. I've given her so many chances to just be honest, and I wouldn't be mad. Things happen. But I can't wrap my head around the complete avoidance. So what should I do? Has this ever happened to you? What do you think happened to the dress? I'm losing hope, but also don't want to just let this go. I'm approachable and I've made this easy for her. I don't get it.
I have no idea. Like, it's such a bizarre scenario. Because it's like, even talking to her in person, her ignoring that's when it's just like, okay, you're being really weird. It's pretty easy to ignore a message on Slack or something like that. But
Yeah.
to have like a face to face where they just ignore the question and then leave.
Why even talk to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, bitch, you know you owe me something. What are you doing?
Especially when the work story had nothing to do with you at
Exactly.
all. It's truly strange behavior.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Kara's butthole is just all over the screen.
Car's butthole. Fucking get out of here. We're
Demonetized.
not on the.
Not for free,
Yeah,
Kara.
thank you. Not for
Aw.
free, Car. Never. But yeah. I mean, truly, I'm with you at this point. It's got to be a prank or something. Because how do you go that long? Ignoring messages, maybe, but to ignore every single time that happens, but then reply when anything else happens, pretty egregious.
Yeah.
And then to go up and have a whole conversation, have them ask you face to face what's going on, and then still go on and ramble.
It's like, what?
What
are you
is
talking
going?
about?
Like, I literally don't care what happened. I just need to know like what did happen,
Yeah.
just so I could close this in my
But
mind.
yeah, because at this point, it's like, I don't even care about the dress. I just want to know the story behind what's happened to the
Yeah.
dress.
something must have been so terrible that you can't talk to me at all about.
That's why I was like,
So,
did
yeah.
she murder someone in this dress? Because I mean, tell me about it so I have an alibi.
Yeah, because if they
Maybe
find
that's
my,
her plan.
'cause if they find my like DNA in that shit, I might get accused. for
Yeah.
that.
How's my DNA on that dress? I've never bought it. Check my credit card.
So a user Hannah Free asked, "What's the retail value of the dress?" To which OP responded, "It was $300." So that's
Yo, what are you?
a pricey
Okay,
dress.
I can't victim blame nobody, right? But that's a lot of trust.
Yeah.
For
That's
a
a lot of
coworker.
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even a homie, if they were like, yeah, let me borrow that $300 suit or jacket or whatever, I'd be like, no,
Well,
right?
Yeah. I mean, again, it sounds like OP doesn't necessarily even care about the dress at this point. They're just like, I just want to
I just
know
wanna
what's
know,
happened.
right.
I just
I
want
need
closure.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just like, I legit have bets. My friend group is fucking, we all have money on, did you stay?
Yeah.
Did you ruin it? I'm not mad. I don't know how to explain.
Just tell me so I can win money off of my other
Make
friends.
something
For
up, I
real.
guess.
So commenter Crows and Dive said, "Oh my gosh, she's killing me." To which OP Assy Matter commented, "I know. Apparently her dog had a seizure. I feel for her, but damn, give him my shit back though." To which Here for Hot Tea commented, "I'm invested now. Hopefully her dog's okay. But also, what happened to the dress? I'll be back tomorrow. And what did you plan to say?"
Great username for that question as well.
Here for Hot Tea.
Yeah.
We are too, bitch.
That's literally
what
every
we're
week.
about, yeah.
Twice
That
a
should be
week.
our second podcast.
Here for tea. Well, we all love tea, right? So might as well drink.
Yeah.
Um,
Reality pod. That's what it should be. When
Whoa.
you watch reality shows.
Oh, save this for the goddamn
hold
paywall.
on.
before we
I
get-
like where you're going with this,
mustached.
Josh.
Also, for fun, I looked up like all the fake Reddit on Wiki TikTok accounts. We got a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot.
We don't make money there,
And if
though.
they're in the US, that makes me sad.
Does that mean we're like kind of famous?
No.
No.
I mean,
TikTok.
no.
TikTok famous.
I think no.
And then OP commented, "Well, we'll drag her to the bathroom and ask to bring my dress the following day, even if it's broken or stained. I want it back. I'll record. If it's really a crazy situation that she will deny, I let her, or say she doesn't have it, I'll look for another job ASAP and show the recordings to all management as the reason why I'm leaving. Honestly, I can't work with people like this. Now, if she's just terrified of confrontation, which I think is the case, just bring the fucking dress back."
Mhm.
And I was gonna see if OP commented because they said that, "Hey, I do have an update. I'm just at a work trip right now. I'll post it tomorrow." But it's been 12 days. They haven't, made an edit yet. So
The coworker killed OP.
Yeah. You really want to know how I got these scars?
You want to know what happened to your dress?
Yeah.
oh shit. But all right. That's the first story. Moving on to the second story. This one is cross-posted by Not a Coffee Snob. And this one is relatively new to me. It's from r/birth control.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So random. And this one is titled, "Is it acceptable to ask girlfriend for proof of IUD in this unique situation?"
I mean,
Seems rather personal. But if she's like, oh, yeah, I got one. Also, I want you to fucking bust me raw. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Condoms, guys. Just use condoms.
That's also our next podcast. We're on next question, right, John?
oh,
Right, yeah, that is actually our wrestling podcast.
I thought it was going to be busting me raw.
That's
That's
our
another
only
podcast,
fans.
but that's
Oh, okay.
we're just giving people ideas. here.
That's where we
Oh,
just
Jesus
read
Christ.
WWE
God.
fan fic.
Smut, right? Yeah.
People should be paying us to do that. That nobody wants to
Who needs
listen.
ChatGPT? Just let us go on for a bit. We'll name the podcast.
We got one that's a diagnosed ADHD. I suspect one of us has it too.
I mean, we've all, I think we know at this point.
Oh shit. All right. Story goes is this. I have been dating my girlfriend for 7 months. We're in our early 20s and we started having sex 3 months ago, and she told me that she has an IUD. I offered to use condoms too, multiple times, but she said I didn't need to because of how effective IUDs are, so I have not used condoms. They're not like that crazy effective, right? But there's still a margin.
Condoms or
IUDs.
I mean, nothing's 100%, but like they're
I want to say
they're pretty
good.
high. Yeah,
Like in a 90 percentile or something like that.
I want to say they're pretty similar to condoms.
Really?
99. Great. Exceeding 99%.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, like I would still wear. Especially if y'all
that's
just
fair.
been dating for fucking like 7 months, you know?
Condoms are actually less.
Really?
Well, because there's a lot of user error with condoms.
Okay. I trust her very sincerely, and not once did it even occur to me that she might not have an IUD until a few weeks ago. Her friends made several baby trap jokes about us in front of us, and now it has become an inside joke between her friends.
Not a crazy fun inside joke.
No.
Yeah, what's the humor?
It's a coming inside joke is what they're doing.
Oh,
her
that's our
friends
next
are
podcast.
Coming of age stories spelled exactly how you think it's spelled.
We're gonna create a new subreddit and you can write in it. Today I fucked.
Yeah, r/coming of age.
Her friends are immature, and I trust my girlfriend, who is the biggest green flag ever, far more than I trust them, but still, those jokes have lingered in my head and still continue to make me uneasy. I have no reason to mistrust her, but for my own confidence, and thus ultimately the health of our relationship, I feel like I need some sort of proof that she has an IUD. I don't want to offend her in any way by bringing it up, or by randomly starting to use condoms now because 1, I don't want to come across as mistrusting. I don't want to come across as saying I would never want children with you because our relationship is serious, stable, and we've both expressed very long-term intentions, implying/entailing eventual children. And 3, I don't want to ruin our healthy dynamic by incorrectly portraying my view of her as someone who is potentially scheming/plotting for rights to my paycheck. And we both are well aware I'm going into a lucrative career, but I rarely ever mention it, and for this exact reason. Me and her are very good at communicating, but this scenario is much more sensitive than others. So I'm asking strangers online for advice. What do you think I should do? Any advice is appreciated.
I don't think you're in the wrong for also wanting to like proof of that because you've offered condoms before, so it's not like you're not willing to also be safe. And yeah, that's something for your own peace of mind you should know about because if something goes wrong or really right, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, I mean you're 50% of a parent at that point. So yeah, I think it's fair to inquire about that and ask for proof because you want to be safe. I think that's and I think in a healthy relationship that should be fine. She should be hiding anything. You don't think she's hiding anything. You should just be like, yeah, here you go.
This is maybe conservative of me. Don't have sex. No, I'm just kidding. I would say,
you know what's 100%?
Abstinence is the
abstinence.
Wait till you're you're 27.
Yeah, wait till you're like fucking almost 30, like everybody else, right? We've all, that's all 3 of us?
Yeah.
For sure. Even though John was married at 21, he still waited till he was 28, just for solidarity.
The fuck I did.
Anyways. But I would say, I feel like she hasn't given you any reason to not believe her. It's truly just jokes. But at the same time, I think unless you are truly either one, ready for the consequences of possibly getting pregnant, because again, it's 99, but it's not 100. Then maybe, you just explain that like, hey, I want to start using condoms plus the IUD. It's got to raise the chances. I just don't want to have kids at all. Or you just got to be ready for like, all right, what do we do? Are we cool with plan B? Are we cool with abortions? Are we cool with,
yeah,
you just
these
got to
are
be
all conversations you should be comfortable having with your partner.
Yeah. I just feel like asking for proof is just being like, yeah, I think you're lying.
I'm just thinking the other way around though. Like say he says he had a vasectomy. You want proof of that. Like, I think that's fine. I think that's fine to want that for your own, safety and mental confirmation to be like, okay, yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, that's true too. It's just, I don't know. If they've given you no signs of mistrust, then it's kind of similar to, maybe not as severe, but like being like, can I get a DNA test for the, you know what I mean? So it's different, but I just feel like it's a tricky thing. If your partner's telling you one thing, you should be able to trust.
I think
partner.
wanting to be safe about sex is a
for
good thing.
And that's why I'm saying don't have it, y'all.
Sean's like, this could all be avoided if we're just not.
This could all be avoided if you fucking stop being so horny. Am I right?
Pass.
Anyways, come to our podcast. Raw next question. Also coming of age.
Busting me raw.
Busted me.
Yeah, busting me raw. Buy all our fucking merch.
Smack ass down. Oh shit. So top comment for this one, to which OP also responded, and
AEW ass eating whenever.
New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, New Japan.
Porn stardom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Why are we too good at this? What the fuck? Are you proud though I named all those other promotions, Sean?
I know.
Come on.
Our homeworks have been working.
It has been working. Top comment for this one is ERH, lower score crafts. Commented, you're completely within your right to tell your girlfriend that you're uncomfortable with the content / tone of the joke.
Mhm.
It's only a joke if everyone involved thinks it's funny. And I feel like we've always said that
Yep.
in the show. I don't think
Yeah.
this joke is funny. You can have a conversation in which you express that discomfort, reaffirm your interest in a future together / eventual kids, and reassert that you are not looking to have kids right now. She should hear you on this, and her getting really defensive about it after you bring it up would be more telling to me than her leading into a joke that she doesn't necessarily know you don't like. Asking her for proof that she's on birth control will cause more problems than actually communicating how you're feeling about the situation. To which OP responded, I actually really like this idea. I trust her enough that hearing her agree with me that the friends were in the wrong would do equal for my mental health as getting proof she has an IUD in. And it would certainly avoid a problem. So thank you. To which they made a quick edit, like really quick. They put, thanks for the replies. I think I'll just bring up that baby trap jokes made me uncomfortable and not ask for anything more proof wise. So I think it stems with the, like those jokes. And we always say too, like if it's not funny to everyone else, is it really a good joke type of shit? So
Yeah.
and
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot this started with the jokes. So
and yeah, so I think that's a good way to like, kind of find out, gauge how she is. If she's like, oh, but this is just a joke that they're saying and she's not backing you up on it, then maybe that deeper conversation should happen.
Yeah.
But kind of like to Sean's point, if like, the girlfriend was like, you know what, I'm sorry that you felt uncomfortable. I'll do something to make sure that they don't talk about that again. Then you kind of got your confirmation and the answer that you're kind of looking for, in my opinion.
that's not what Sean said. He said, "Don't fuck."
Oh, well,
Yeah, I said all that, but then to
Also,
to
like,
really
to
hide
hammer
my
it,
true
yeah,
feelings about
don't
abstinence
fuck.
makes the heart grow fonder.
Abstinence just makes me want it more, to be honest.
Yeah, gross fonder.
Yeah, grows fonder.
Yeah.
Abstinence makes the heart grow harder.
Oh,
Mm.
Raw, next question. Coming of it.
Why is my heart creating more blood that's flowing elsewhere? Jesus Christ.
Why are my jeans tighter than usual?
I think I just ate too much.
Yeah, that's overweight.
That's our problem.
Yeah.
All right. Next story is cross-posted by another goat riding giraffe.
Oh.
And this one is from r/entitled people. This is like peak fucking 2020 humor right here. Entitled neighbors demand I stop using my own Wi-Fi because it's distracting her plants.
what?
It's the 5G's fucking out.
Yeah,
my
like this
lips.
is big 5G energy.
Did I ever?
I hate to
Did I
say.
ever tell you guys? I don't know if I should tell this. I'll tell it. I went to a wedding during like peak COVID, or not peak COVID. Sorry, it was just after COVID. It was like when they lifted all the restrictions, and there was signs up that were like, "Please put your phone in airplane mode because the electromagnetic static affects some people at the party." And I was like, I need to figure out who these people are at the party.
Who asked for this?
Never figured it out, but Santa was like, "Is that real?" And I was like, "No."
I don't think so.
It's like
Holy
it's
shit.
like from Better Call Saul. It was kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Chuck.
Yeah.
his issue. Yeah.
So
All right.
I never watched that or Breaking Bad, and I know I need
crazy.
to.
Those are
People say the best shows made of all time.
It's
up there.
Or at least Breaking Bad, people are like one of the top 5 shows of all
even
time.
Better
it
Call
starts really slow. You know what? To be honest, I prefer Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad.
Really?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's more consistently better.
Yeah. I think the way Saul portrays his story is like it's more believable than how, Jesse and freaking I forget his name.
Walter.
like came about. It's just like I don't know, it's just a lot of jumping around in my opinion for Breaking Bad. And I think
Yeah.
Better Call Saul is more kind of what Josh said. It's more like consistent.
Yeah, because just as a TV show, Better Call Saul is just consistently better, whereas Breaking Bad had like the best season, like
best peaks.
best peaks, but like very low lows, and so it's like, I don't know, it evens out. They're both very good shows.
If you ever watch it, you'll know exactly what fucking episode that pissed me. It's that stupid fly episode. Like that episode just pissed me off to death. If you
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, if you end up watching it, you'll know exactly what episode that is.
I could see that pissing you off. for
Also,
sure.
that happened. I think a lot of midway through the season, like there was a writers strike too.
yeah.
So a lot of it got affected. So some seasons are like
better than
what's
others.
going on?
Real bad?
Yeah, and I wouldn't say real bad. It's eh.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get on to the story. So again, the title is Entitled Neighbor Demands I Stop Using My Own Wi-Fi Because It's Distracting Her Plants. Yes, you read that correctly. I live in a townhouse complex with paper-thin walls and a whole bunch of colorful personalities. One of them is my neighbor, a woman in her late 50s who wears tie-dye every day, insists she has a telepathic connection with crystals, and once told me my aura was too digital. I don't know what
that was a classification.
Aura was digital.
I'm usually sitting out front on my phone with my computer relaxing. I suppose that's why she feels I'm too digital. But her latest stunt truly took the cake. Last week, she knocked on my door holding a small potted plant in one hand and a printout of what looked like a hand-drawn diagram of a Wi-Fi signal in the other. She told me we needed to talk about my router. I was confused. She then explained that my Wi-Fi was disrupting the vibrational energy of her succulents. She pointed to the drawing, which honestly looked like a sad jellyfish, and said that the signal beamed directly through our shared wall and bombarded her plants nonstop. And according to her, the plants were spiritually wilting because they thought the Wi-Fi was sunlight, but it wasn't. The best part, her plants were in a dark hallway with no natural light. I mean, that kind of fucking explains why they're dying, but
They're needing that sun.
yeah. Next podcast, vitamin D. She claimed that.
Don't even be subtle. Just vitamin D.
All right, let's get to it. She claimed they had been fine until I got a new modem and then gave me two options. Either turn off my Wi-Fi every night between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., because apparently that's plant rest hours, or let her share my Wi-Fi and move the router into her unit so she could regulate the signal properly.
Whoa.
I laughed because I thought she was joking. She wasn't. She stormed off as I was laughing at her, and I'm still currently waiting to see what comes out of this.
You know what I feel? I feel she had the access to the last modem and you changed it, and now that she no longer has access.
That's the top comment. I think that's the top comment, John. They put, let her share my Wi-Fi and move the router into her unit. Bingo. Crazy lady has a plan for getting free Wi-Fi and she has to regulate the signal properly.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly what it is, John.
Exactly the vibe.
But why would she even be like, you got to turn it off? Because then she definitely wouldn't have access.
No, she's giving you like a terrible alternative, and then she's like, "But here's the good alternative."
If you move this shit here, I can control it, so I won't have to bother you. But
Yeah.
I get free
Did
Wi-Fi.
she not think of option C? No.
There's no way.
Was
she'll
that
say
not
no
an
to
option in
this.
her mind at all?
Oh shit!
That's
Hey,
insane.
They tried their best. They tried their best.
Dude, I mean, there's probably some sort of microwaves for sure, right? Yeah, dude.
I mean,
My kind of wit. But I don't think they affect anything on a serious enough nature to. I mean, people have plant nurseries, thriving plants. Pretty sure those businesses have Wi-Fi. It's just I can't parties all the time. I don't understand how that is.
Well, also, it doesn't make sense
thing.
that plants would think that's sunlight. Like it's not the same thing. It's not even close.
It's like a flat Earth argument, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, what are we even
It
discussing?
looks flat to me.
I can't see China from here.
Oh shit. All right. Next story. And this one is posted on r/true off my chest and cross posted by Do Bandicoot 7512. Gotta be a goal at this point. The title for this one is My Husband Told Me He Settled for Me.
Okay, well, pack your shit. You can leave whenever you want.
All right, let's get to it. So I was a single mom of 2 when I met my husband. My husband is 9 years older than me, and I was 33 when we got married. I'm 41 now. My kids are grown and out of the house now too. My husband got drunk and revealed terrible things that I wish I just didn't know. He married me because he didn't want to die alone. He only had 2 relationships, 3 total if you include me, and he's not attracted to women that look like me. He said, I'm overweight, and he was very underwhelmed by my appearance, but he learned to love me on the inside because even though I'm ugly on outside, I'm so beautiful on the inside, and that's what makes me different from the other girls. And the way he said that to me, he made it sound so genuine, like he was saying something so sweet and romantic to me. But it's like, dude, you don't realize you just called your wife ugly?
What the
That was all one sentence. I'm sorry.
He was drunk as fuck, and he was like, I'm fucking hitting her with the lines. She's going to love this shit.
Jesus Christ.
Like, wow, what? I cried so much that night, and he didn't apologize so much since that happened, but I can't get out of my head that my husband thinks he's too good for me. He also said in no world he thought he would ever marry a single mom and basically be a cuck and be a dad to someone else's kids.
What? I mean, if it wasn't divorce, then it's definitely divorce now.
I was going to say
right?
murder, but okay, in a video game, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
In a video game, yeah, we'll go with
In
that.
a video game, yeah, we'll go with that. But he said he didn't want to die alone, and I was his only option, so he took on my baggage. I think my husband thinks he deserves better because he's not overweight and he's more financially stable than most guys. I feel like that he thinks he deserves a hot 22-year-old girl with no kids. I don't know, honestly. But it does hurt me that he thinks I'm ugly and he just married me because he didn't want to die alone. I've had people tell me to get over it and everyone settles, but I have a hard time believing that every married couple settles.
Who the fuck said everyone settles? That's insane. It's crazy to me that he's like, I don't want to die alone. I can't find anyone that I want.
That
so
says more about
I'm
him.
gonna settle. It sounds like she
That's
settled
what
for
I
you.
was saying. It sure sounds like nobody wants you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're like, you were my only option, I just didn't want to die alone. And it's not, die alone is crazy because he was like, what?
It's like
30s,
40s.
in his 30s.
40 whenever they met?
Late
They have a
30s.
9-year age gap. So yeah, he's 50 at that time.
Yeah, but they've been married for 9 years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
something
he would
like
have been 41.
that. Yeah, 41, 40. Talking about dying alone is a little crazy at that age. But that's
Besides the point.
I-
Yeah.
it's just so, he said the most rude shit possible and then doubled down, didn't apologize. Yeah, that's a divorce. That's a fucking divorce. I mean, I could never look at my partner the same way, knowing that they thought I was just fucking hideous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, okay, motherfucker, you think I'm ugly on the outside. You're definitely ugly on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave you. And you're 10
Yep.
years older.
And like what Josh says, it makes it, for him to fucking talk so much shit about himself, but then also have the air to be like, I deserve more,
Yeah.
even though I don't think, I mean, why do you believe that? If
You would have just got
shit talked yourself for 30
Yeah.
minutes.
For real.
you would have if you could quote unquote get better, then you would have got better. You know what I mean? Like,
But no, you ain't a catch yourself, brother. Maybe you should die alone at this point. So
I think so.
yeah. If I was OP, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna confer. I will make sure you die alone. Actually,
top comments on this one. So Z Eldepin commented, "Holy hell, be prepared for the I was drunk, I didn't mean it, and honestly, walk. There's no coming back from this that doesn't include excuses and justifications. You've got one shot at this life. Don't spend it like this."
Yep.
To which OP commented, which ironically OP put have their username as unattractive mid-score wife. They put, he did apologize the next day about everything, and he said that he shouldn't have said it like that. He didn't really take back anything that he said. It was more so insinuating to the fact that he just shouldn't have said it so bluntly the way he did.
Jesus.
He says he fell in love with me for my personality and the person I am on the inside. He says it's basically like the show Love is Blind. He doesn't care anymore that I'm ugly, and he grew to fall in love with me for me.
So he
To
just
which-
doubled
That's
down.
crazy.
To
That's
which-
crazy.
to which-
Fuck.
Charlotte Acrobatic 4783 put, "Dear God, the apology is worse than the original insult." Which
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sober.
Sober,
sober thoughts
Yeah.
are more hurtful than the drunk thoughts. Holy
Oh.
shit.
And the drug thoughts were bad. Like, this is just, oh my God.
No, what I'm saying is you're so nice that it supersedes how fucking hideous you are. Don't you understand? I love
Don't
you
you
for
get
your
it?
personality.
There is an update for this one.
Oh,
And
no.
the original post, everyone was very, sympathetic, very supportive of OP. But boy, did Reddit turn their back on OP so fast. So fucking fast
Interesting.
on the update and the
I-
comments.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if there could be a way for them to turn, but
and I'm curious about your thoughts here. And I'm also curious about the Wikimaniac's thoughts here too. So this is an update. And they put, had a lot of feedback from my first post and everyone asked for an update. There is an update. I spoke with my husband about this and he wants to make our marriage work. He said he doesn't care how I look like and I should be happy he's with me for me and not the way I look. Jesus Christ.
triple down. Holy shit.
God damn. He can't fucking tell you enough
No,
how ugly he
yeah.
thinks you are.
It's just
What the
hard for
fuck?
me to get past. It's hard for me to carry on in this house with him knowing my husband thinks I'm ugly. The only reason I hesitate leaving him because I'm 41 and barely worked since I got married. I haven't worked since I was a single mom and I job hopped a lot from random low entry positions. He made me feel like I'll get nowhere in life since it's too late to start a career at my age. He
No, it's
laughed and
not.
asked me, what will I even do? He does have a point there. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I want to do. I hated every job I'd worked, and I worked a lot of different kinds of entry-level jobs from actual labor, waitressing, customer service, or receptionist. I know I'm going to get hate for saying this, but I think I might be unhappier going back to the workforce, spending majority of my day at work scheduling appointments and speaking to people on the phone. Barely get paid a living wage too. And I think I'm going to choose to stay for money. Sure, if I divorce him, I'll get some fast money, but it's not long term. Even with alimony, that's not forever. Alimony just isn't the same as it was back in the day. So that's the update. And there are comments too that OP got downvoted to hell. So I don't know if you guys want to go off now or like you want to wait till what the
No,
comments
read the
are.
comments.
Wait,
All right.
what? Okay. I was going to say something.
No, go ahead. Josh, go ahead.
Oh, go
yeah,
say, say,
I
say.
just, I mean, I understand that fucking hating corporate job or whatever. Like, I get that. That's fair. I think staying in a marriage where you're going to be unhappy is not smart. And they don't respect you as a human being. That's not something you want to do. So I think you're putting yourself in a terrible situation. But yeah, that's my thoughts. My thoughts based on that.
Yeah. I think like with the way OP speaks about themselves, I have a feeling that this is not the first time that the husband like
Well,
You know,
clearly.
berated her in
Yeah,
some
he-
way. I think she got beaten down so much. Her self-confidence has been low for so
Yeah.
long because of how he speaks about her that I think this has been ongoing for so fucking long. And she's just accepting
She's
it.
been manipulated.
For sure.
for the
And
last-
that's why I still feel bad for her
Yeah.
right now.
So here are like some of the comments and some of the things that OP responded to as well. So I don't know if there's going to be a different thoughts or like, what other Wikimaniacs believe in this story as well. So let us know in the comments how you guys feel. Silent Sid 241 commented, well, stay in this sham of a marriage then since you don't want to better yourself. To which OP responded, that's okay with me. I will. No marriage is perfect. I don't understand why I'm getting downvoted. Not everyone wants to go back to school, and not everyone has to go back to school, especially if they don't want to. It's not for everyone. And then a potential dig 7527 commented, you're getting downvoted because you admit you are lazy and don't want to go to school or go to work, and that includes housework. I'm stunned at why your husband stays because it wouldn't be your looks that is the deal breaker. To which OP responded again, he's a real man. He likes to take care of his woman and family. He's a provider. So I don't know if she kind of bought into the whole.
Did he
that type
take
of
over
role.
your account?
I don't know, but and then Bebe Bobbles commented, who's to say he won't cheat on you? He already admits he's not attracted to you. I'd start saving. To which OP responded, who's to say you're not getting cheated on either? Or everyone else commenting on his post? Why create imaginary problems? To which Llama Squirrel commented, they're saying you should hope for the best but prepare for the worst. Getting defensive won't change the fact that him leaving you for another woman could be the worst case scenario. It never hurts to be prepared, especially when you're in a marriage where he's already said he settled for you. To which OP commented back, I'm not being defensive, I genuinely don't care. Accusing everyone for cheating when you don't know them is goofy and sounds like y'all are projecting and have your own trust problems with your spouses. I'm not going to make up imaginary problems, and that's all I'm saying. I don't want to work, period, so I'm not gonna. To which Llama Squirrel commented back again, I hope it works out for you, I really do, but I've seen too many burned wives on here to honestly believe this is how it'll go. If you choose to bury your head in the sand, then that's your prerogative.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I do still have sympathy for her because it does, like you said, sound like she's been beaten down for 9+ years now.
Yeah.
I can only imagine where my mental health, like space would be at that point. So I don't know. At the end of the day, you can give your advice. Again, the cheating thing, I mean, you can always speculate, but I don't know at the end of the day if that will happen. Who knows, right? So I get where she's coming from that point of view. It's like, yeah, he might be a piece of shit in a different way, but he might not cheat. It's like, okay, if that's a bar you're willing to
Very low.
I guess
Yeah.
I can't tell you otherwise. You know what I mean? I just give you my advice.
We can't force anybody to do anything, even when we're like, yeah, get a divorce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will make their own decisions. Like, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think she was beaten down. She probably thinks, sounds like she was isolated. She's become dependent on him, probably, which was his plan the whole time. So what can we do? If that's what you think makes you happiest, that's what you just don't, like me personally, I could not take that shit. And I feel like most people.
No. I'd be like, yeah, I'll go back to corporate if I have to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And I hope there's a situation where like she's a little bit more open-minded about not even just possibly going back to school for said reason of like, working on trying to get a job or, getting a higher degree. It's just that exposure to like society, right? Or it's just kind of exposure to a different group of thinking because right now, like she's at the house where, I mean, bro, if my wife fucking says, hey, you're fucking ugly and you're not going to amount to anything every goddamn day for past 9 years, and that's all I know, that's all I hear, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you don't hear any different perspective. So I hope that one day she wakes up and she's like, hey, maybe I do want to try something else. Maybe like I hated it back then because, yeah, he was shit talking me the whole time. Maybe there's just like that sudden shift, or you meet someone or a colleague or a friend that's going to be like, hey, I think you could do better. And maybe let's point you out to a better direction because this is not a good life for someone to live in. Kind of like when people say you do only have one shot at life. Why are you going to spend it with someone who fucking calls you ugly and berates you every single damn day? It's not worth it.
Well, I've been in relationships where, one specifically, where it's like, I did lose my passion for certain things, and then getting out of that, it was like, oh, it's bad. Like I found it again. You know what I mean? It's just like there is a mental head space you get in when you're with someone, and it's just, that is toxic and always bringing you down. And once you get out of that, which is tough to do, you will find your spark or whatever you want to call it. You will find that again. So it is potentially what this is, and she's getting defensive because she doesn't see another way. But I hope
that's all she's known for like the past decade, So
yeah,
we hope for the best. We hope for your safety, and hope someday, you realize that you're worth more than you think you are. Because you shouldn't settle for this shit. Because this is bad.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the last story of the day before we head to the amazing Underbaki section. This was posted on our subreddit and also posted on Discord. And the title for this one is posted by one of Wikimaniacs, Bex Blue Magic. Title is, "This is for John's reading only. Help me get this to him."
Oh.
And then
Well, we did it.
We're doing it right now. So the story goes is this. This story is about a real sicko. And I would love to see John read this to Josh and Sean, spelled SHAWN, kind of like the right way for the most part, right? For their reaction. There's a serious Sean's Law in this story, and the boys need to read it. Help me get this to them. We'll see how this goes. So here's a story. And sorry, Josh, I am stealing your thunder today. It's not a Friday. Title is, "Am I the asshole for trying to get together with my sister?" Look at them eyes, boy. Look at them
What
eyes.
the fuck?
Holy shit.
This is a listener
This
write
is a
in?
listener write-in.
Is it the
Ew.
Sims?
It's got to be a video game shit. But even then, ew.
All right.
All right.
Let's get to this right now. So
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do. Yeah. You fucking sick. This is the first listener asshole we're going to. Finally, it's happening.
So I, 56 male, am in love with my little stepsister, 28 female. I have been infatuated with her since I met her.
My brain is so
this a cat?
broken that I was like, oh, that's not illegal. And then I was like, oh yeah, sister. It's like, shit.
Sean is like, is this a pet?
There's gotta be a fucking catch, right? There's no way.
I guess we'll keep going. So, but for some reason, she does not reciprocate my feelings back for her. I've tried everything. I watch her eat. I follow her around the apartment, not saying anything, of course, just silently. But every time she sees me, she snaps, she yells at me, and runs as fast as she can away from me. Luckily for me, we live in a small 2-bedroom apartment with our parents and our 2 other sisters. She doesn't have far to run before I can catch her. However, that's when the claws come out, and she'll hit and scream at me until our parents come to scold me and console her. Once in a while, they will scold her for being mean when they know I only want to hang out or play with her, but usually my dad just comes down hard on me, chasing me around the apartment and asking me, "How do you like being chased, you predator?"
It's gotta be cats, right?
Something. I'm still confused by the ages, though,
Human years. Sorry. God damn it.
for the cat.
My stepmother
Okay.
also coddles my stepsister constantly, as she is very antisocial, her words, so she only ever appears once in a while in the common areas to spend time with her mother, whether just sitting with her while she caresses her back or cuddled up to her while our mother crochets. But when she does come out, I am just so captured by her beauty, her green eyes, short brown hair with the warm hues of orange. And though she is on the chubbier side, that just makes me more enamored by just how much more of her there is to love. My stepmother tells me that she suspects she's a lesbian, and when she does come out, she prefers to be with girls as opposed to boys, like myself. But that just makes no sense to me. What does that even mean? She just needs to give me a chance and she'll see how perfect we are for each other. My parents keep telling me I'm a predatory asshole and I need to leave her alone, but I just can't. How can I? Half the fun is this chase after all, and maybe someday she'll finally return my feelings for her and allow me to bathe her and groom her like I have dreamt of these past 2 years. I don't know what she's afraid of. My father took me to get a vasectomy when I was a child, and her mother adopted her when she was a teenager, and she too had gotten her tubes tied from the shelter when she too was a child. And if it's a fear of being bitten, I lost all but 3 of my teeth 3 years ago, so no worries about me ever being able to hurt her ever. So am I the asshole for wanting to be with my stepsister? And also there's a picture at the end too, so if you guys want to see it.
Yes, you sick
Yeah.
fuck.
How to catch a goddamn predator.
How to catch a
Catch.
predator, right?
Yeah. That was
Here, I'll show you.
that was
No, why even say my name after the after the puns? You know what you're gonna
that
get.
was perfectly written.
Mm,
Sean.
I love it. I love it. Sean just wants to dig his claws in our faces right now.
He really needs this.
Ah! Like that. I'll show a picture so Sean is a little happier because that face is not happy right now. So I'm gonna share my
I'm about to
screen.
kill myself.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
share
want to
my
be around
screen.
anymore. Aw.
And this is they put the predator and the victim. So this is the old man, a grown ass 56-year-old chasing.
That does look like a goddamn predator. If I'm being honest with you.
And this is the cutest shit I've ever seen. It's a cat with a coffin.
Aw.
Very
Very
cute.
That is
cat.
very cute. So that is a story, but that cat's.
Wait, where's the little baby kid?
I think this is it. It says the predator and the victim.
Yeah, 28 years old.
Oh, and the victim.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
old man.
Sounds like there's a lot of sisters too. I want to see the sisters as
They
well.
didn't post the
OP.
the sisters.
I know.
So
But I'm telling them right now, get on it.
you fucking scared Sean in the beginning there.
Yeah, I was the very first sentence. I was like, this has to be some fucking goddamn pet because ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, 28 years old would be like a 3-year-old cat.
How would it be like a 51
Like
year old
9.
cat? 9? Okay. Oh, like 56.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that was to lighten the mood a little bit, but we're moving on to the amazing Underbaki section. And once again, it lands on me to ask you boys to rate that date.
Let's do
And
it.
again, these are all from our Discord Wikimaniacs. So
Oh, shit.
1 to 3, however you guys want to rate it. But we go as this. So, story number 1 from Shiro Isuna. And it goes as this. At my first job as a hairstylist, there was a client who'd come in fairly regularly for my boss to cut his hair. I was 19 female and he was 24 male. I always thought he was pretty attractive, so I was open to small talk with him. He was nerdy like me, which is kind of hard to find. Eventually, he asked me out to dinner and I accepted. We'd already talked about our interest in passing before, so I knew he was really into Pokemon. But all he talked about was Eevee. The entire time, mostly about how cute she is, and I could hardly get a word in between Eevee and him telling me how insistent his family was about him getting married soon. This was the only
Feels like an Ogta
What the
situation.
This was the one and only date I'd ever been on or have been on since, so I was really awkward. Needless to say, I didn't want to go out with him again, and the date led me to realize that I'm aromantic, which I told him when he asked for a second date. In my friend group, we call him Eevee Guy. So, rate that date, boys.
It's got to be a
It's 1 through 3. Is that what we're doing?
Well, Alex put 1 to 5 now, so let's do 1 to 5.
I went to 5. Okay. I would say 2.
Yeah, 2. I guess, yeah. It's
I
not,
mean, of all the disaster dates and almost assaults we've had
That's
on here, this one's pretty tame. Just a bad date.
Yeah.
Bad date.
And if anything, maybe a 3, because then you realize something about yourself.
that's
afterward.
fair. That is fair, actually.
You're like, all right, I gave it a shot. Not for me.
Yeah. It is weird. Like, I like Pokemon. I got to talk about it the entire date.
For real.
Enough to where the other person can't get anything in
Yeah.
edgewise is crazy.
And then they're like, and then the follow up is, and my parents really want me to get married soon. Okay.
I honestly don't know any Pokemon like post Gen 3 or 4. I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
this is too much to remember now.
I've got the new pocket card game and
Are you collecting?
just in the cart, like in the online game, like the app.
Okay.
But there's a Pokemon that you would like, John, named Guzzlord.
Wait a minute.
no fucking way.
What does his card look like? Guzzlord?
I don't know. I don't have him yet, but he's in the new pack, and it is such a crazy name.
Hey, yo, that thing kind of thick, bro.
Guzzlord looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like a
Crazy
giant
name.
pumpkin.
Oh, that's a mouth.
Yeah, it's ready to
Oh, that's
guzzle.
a mouth. Oh,
That is the throat goat.
what that mouth do? A lot, apparently.
And then there's one
Holy
called in this also new pack. It's called Buzzswole, but it looks
Whoa,
kind
that
of
sounds
like,
like a toy.
kind of looks like Buzzhole if you.
This is possibly Buff Ogta territory.
Yeah.
Holy.
I was gonna say, why is Buzzwole kind of hot?
This is like Mothman, but a little thicker.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could talk about those Pokemon for hours.
Kind of thick, not gonna lie. All right.
Are those legendary Pokemon?
I think so.
That's a choice Pokemon.
Is that a mosquito or that's a mosquito, right?
He's got to be a mosquito.
I don't know.
He has like a drill for
Oh.
a mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is like a lot of fan fiction waiting to happen here.
So
Jesus
funny. I told
Christ.
Sienna about those Pokemon. And she was like, they They need to stop.
They're running out of ideas for
They're
sure.
running out of ideas for sure. All right. This one is posted by, and Sean is going to get mad at this, but the poster is Sean's should be Sheen, spelled Sheen.
What the fuck is going on today?
I don't know. But anyway, story goes as
I
this.
got violated twice already.
Senior year, I was set to graduate early, shortly after my birthday in January. I had a girlfriend at the time I really liked. In fact, I'd worked for months to steal her from her ex. Do not recommend. Wait a minute. On my birthday, I'd convinced my mom to let me borrow the car, made a reservation, and was ready to pay for a night out with her. I arrived dressed and ready, and she was stunning. However, the issue of her dad calling me Napoleon Dynamite remained. For the story, I'll call her Jess. Sat me down to give me my present and a beautiful watch that fit and looked perfectly with my date outfit. Jess tells me, before we go, I have to tell you something. And when I asked her what was wrong, she responded, I'm breaking up with you. I just stared, tears coming to my eyes. She grabbed my hands and said, I'm sorry, but you're moving soon and it's not fair for me to keep dating you when someone else could have you. You deserve so much better. When I responded, I don't want better. I have the best already. She shook her head and said, I know you think that, but you're wrong. Then had the audacity to say, did you still want to go out for dinner? We're still friends, right? I told her no on dinner and a half-hearted sure for the friends. I left and went home destroyed that night, and I still have the watch in a box somewhere. I never wore it after that.
Well,
So this was the first date?
didn't even
I
get to
missed
the
it.
date.
I didn't get to the date.
Yeah, so why were y'all even breaking up? Were y'all even official at any point?
I don't know.
I had a girlfriend at the time I really liked. In fact, I'd worked for months to steal her from her ex, which is wild.
Yeah, I mean, kind of karma for stealing.
Yeah.
Stop
home
stealing
wrecking?
people's girl.
Yeah, I mean, if she was willing to leave her current partner for someone else, that like the drop of a hat, it seems like probably not the person you want to be with anyway. So
All right, I feel like this is a behind paywall story, but I'll tell it to you, Pours. When I was
when I was
A young
boy, my father. Go ahead.
sorry. Yeah, when I was in like the 7th grade, and again, I did not have my first kiss until I was 20 or 21 or some shit like that. When I was in the 7th grade, 3 dudes were going after one girl. I was one of the 3 dudes. She picked me, and then like we were dating. Sometime like a period, like a class or 2 later, somebody was like, "Oh my god, are you gonna like kiss her?" And I was like, "Again, I've never had my first kiss, so I hesitated." I was like, "Yeah," and apparently that somehow got back to her, and she broke up with me the next day
well, yeah, because
without talking to me because I guess word got out that I did not want to kiss her. I remember the period she accepted my asking her out. She broke up with me before that class. So not even a
God
full
damn.
24 hours did we date. It was only
Hol-
23.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later, we were on a band trip and she's making out with some dude on the bus right in front of me. I was like, this is a nightmare.
And that's when Sean vowed to never make out until
And that's when I
he's an
said,
adult.
that's when I said abstinence, kids, is really the way to.
Wow, that's a crazy
I'm
story.
saving it for someone who deserves me.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, last date before
You know
we
who
move
you
to-
are. Both of you.
Damn.
Whoa.
Well, the person that was making, I guess it's not really his fault. He was making out with a girl. That's
Nancy, did you know about this, Nancy?
no,
'Cause,
yeah, I just told her about this recently because something unlocked the memory. I was like, oh, hold up, that was crazy.
you betrayed me.
Actually, both of y'all know who y'all are because you were my friend, brother.
Oh, shit.
You knew this.
Oh shit!
To be fair,
And
she
that-
was single. So
Yeah, that's
This is
fair,
how
that's fair.
therapy kind of works, Sean. You just let it all out, brother. And
This
isn't it-
is an injustice that has never been served.
Look at you now, brother. You got the
Oh,
best
yeah.
life going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell
it
yeah.
happened for a reason.
it worked out for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope
All
both
right,
of y'all are fucking rotten.
They're making out right now.
Yeah, I hope y'all ended together.
I hate y'all. I wish you guys have mouth sores for the rest of your
Yeah.
lives. Last order of the day is posted by Nicole, and it goes as this. I'd been seeing a guy I met at a local game store for a little while. Let's call him Jay. We both played the same card game and would talk a bit at first after we both lost early in a round. Jay suggested we get lunch and we seemed to hit it off. We went on a couple dates during which he mentioned having a son, and we talked about I talked a bit about it, what it's like to be a single dad, and that I wasn't sure if I ever wanted to have kids, along with talking about other non-kid related getting to know you stuff. Jay suggested that I should come by his house that weekend, and I accepted. I arrived and we kissed and touched a bit. And then he introduced me to his son, about 5 to 6 years old, who was sitting on the couch with his teddy bear. So was the son right there watching y'all lock
I think
limbs?
maybe. Wait, no, surely not. I mean, surely not. I think OP wouldn't let that happen.
Son,
right?
this is how you kiss a woman.
I think maybe they made out and then the sun came out.
It's like, son, come here.
I'm begging that's what happened here.
I hope so. Jay suggested we watch a movie. I admit I hadn't asked if B would be at his place that weekend, but I just wasn't expecting that he'd invite me over during his weekend with B. I ended up playing with B and listening to his stories while watching the Troll movie. Then Jay said, okay, sport, time for bed, and went to take care of all the bedtime stuff. He talked B into asking me to read a story, and kind of awkwardly, but I agreed. So while I'm reading this children's book to a 5-year-old, this knockoff Dr. Seuss, aged, starts groping my ass. And I don't think B could see, and I can figure out what to do, so I just kept reading and tried to ignore Jay. I don't know why I didn't just stop and leave, and in retrospect, I don't know, the show must go on or something. So pretty soon, B is softly snoring in moments, and Jay starts to try to undress me before we're even out of the kid's bedroom.
What the fuck?
So I have a feeling they made out in front of the couch with the kid. I don't know.
No,
I put-
because OP is like, this is
weird.
This is
Yeah.
weird.
They
Okay,
must
all
have
right.
made out and
I
then
hope-
the kid
I
came out.
hope.
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
There's
I
no way.
I push him off and leave the room, and at this point, Jay starts telling me he thinks I'd be a great mom and how much he and B need someone like me in their lives. I'll be honest, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I don't know what got into me, but I did go out with Jay a couple more times. He buttered me up with how hard it is for single dads to date, but I realized that the kid warmed up to me so fast, partly because he'd met quite a few of his dad's friends before, and to hear him tell it, B's mom and all the other women were crazy or liars. So this guy does it a lot.
Ugh, this guy sucks.
Why is he trying to fucking fuck in front of his kid?
This is a 0. Terrible
Zero.
date.
Yeah.
For sure.
0. This guy's
Holy
a creep.
shit.
Yeah, that's gross.
All right. Well, that is it for the main episode today. But before we close it off, boys, anything that you'd like to say or add?
I got nothing. this
Okay.
time.
I can go through a couple merch messages if we want to do
Let's
that. It's
do
been
it.
a long time.
Let's
to
do
that.
it, brother.
We're still in February.
Holy.
Mariah says you guys should totally put this on a mug. Whatever that was, we had in February.
Was it the 69 merch on February? Oh,
Might
no,
have been.
no.
That was
No, that
No,
was
that was
March.
March Madness.
Yeah. So, whatever we had in February,
Okay.
put that on a mug, Sean.
Yeah.
How did we have it in February?
Clarice says, can't believe you guys have roped me into buying merch again. Please never end the podcast. I hope to be listening when I'm old and gray. So, well, I mean, going on 4 years, so
Yeah.
haven't slowed down yet.
We're keeping this thing going as long as we can.
Until
Hell yeah.
Sean can at least work full time.
And then afterwards.
And then
'cause
we end
we'll
it.
all 3 need jobs.
Krista says, I love you guys. Got one of the mugs for my daughter, who is a therapist. Keep up the good work.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Let us know how much we fuck up.
We may need to call you in for some $15 tier activities.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
Sean's really
therapist on
hammering that
speed
$15 tier.
I can't state enough. It's real and I'm going to need it.
And I need
It's
content
gonna
for it.
happen. Money, please.
Money, please. Sandra says, I can't wait for my husband to wear a gaycation shirt and for me to carry the tote to my to the theme park here in Florida and make some boomers blush.
That's what the February one was.
Hell
The
yeah.
Gaycation merch.
That makes sense. Abigail, this is a birthday gift to myself. Y'all need to release some coconut merch, please. Okay, thank you. Bye. Could do that.
We just need to do the erotic classics tea. Some Octa, some poop knives, some
Yeah,
coconut.
it would do so well.
Too well, unfortunately.
We're saving it for November so we can keep it all.
Stephanie says, I would kick so many shins if someone came after my corgis. Love y'all.
Who the fuck came after your court? I'll
Must've been-
fight them with you.
Yeah.
Must have been a
Let
story
John
we did
know.
in February. So,
We're all low on the ground. Let's do this shit.
Denise says, got my brother-in-law the shirt and finally got the sweatshirt. Thank you for keeping me entertained at work. Peace and love. Thank you.
Peace and love to you.
Kylie says, this will be my first, but hopefully not my last merch purchase from the boys, and I am beyond excited. Heart emoji.
Better not be your last. Thank you.
TJ, thanks for so much. Shahan, spelled SCHAWOG.
A lot of people coming for me today.
And John, JOGHUN.
There we go.
What the
And
fuck?
Josh, JAUSH. Thank you for keeping me company for all hours commuting and mushing.
All disrespectful. Those spellings.
Mush. I
I'm,
don't like how it's only disrespectful when it happens to you guys. But
Well, you
when it
know,
happens
because it's
to me,
like,
it's fine.
I didn't say it was disrespectful.
I did.
Explain yourself.
Madeline says, thank you for everything you do. I hope you're all well and taking care of your mental health. Thank you, Madeline.
Oh, wow.
It's always shit, but it's all good.
We're trying our best. Angelina says, thank you for making me laugh on my drive to work. Shout out to you, Angelina. Noah says, wife and I started listening to the podcast. Love the interactions and insights you guys have. Thank you.
We know a guy.
We do know a guy. And then final one, Annika says, hi, boys. I've been wondering what's the most romantic thing you've done for your significant other? Did it go well? And what happened? This is a tough question to answer for yourself because, like, the most romantic thing they think or what you think is the most romantic thing? Because I'm sure
It's kind of hard.
sure Sienna would say, like, the proposal or something like that. But, like, I don't know.
Might be more of a question for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Maybe we'll come back to this someday.
I was gonna
When
say,
we
like,
get
I
all
rode
of them
through,
on.
It's like I rode through like a tornado just to get her Thai food one time. I was like, I'll risk my life just so you can eat happy, babe. I got you.
Oh, this is one thing we do that's more of a couple romantic thing is we hand make every card for like birthdays, Christmas, stuff like that for each other.
That's sweet.
All right. That's all I got. Well, we'll jump into March, sometime in July or
Oh, I
something.
can't wait to hear what people say about Sean's 69 merch for March.
Yeah.
Probably nothing until I started crying about it.
So right off the
Well-
bat, probably.
Right off the bat.
No, I waited for 2 weeks of no purchases, and then I
He said,
cried.
nuh-uh.
I remember the memory.
No.
You can't tell me how I felt.
No, nuh-uh.
I might have cried 2 weeks after March as well, but
I did. I cried for 4 weeks. And you're welcome.
thank you. Thank you.
Everyone thanks Sean in the comments. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode. We will see you this Friday, and you know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow us everywhere. Be a Patreon, be a YouTube member. Comment nice things about us, please. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Therapy.